Hello students, in our previous lecture we have discussed about different type of solid. In this lecture I am going to teach you about different type of crystalline solid. So there are four types of crystalline solid. First one is your ionic crystal or ionic solid. Second one covalent solid. Third, metallic crystal, and fourth one, molecular crystal. So we discuss about all these four types of crystalline solid. So the first one is, what is ionic crystal or ionic solid? So here in ionic solid or ionic crystal, the constituent particles are ions. From ionic crystal we know about ions. So in ionic crystal the constituent particles are ions, that is oppositely charged ions, that is cation and anion. So between two ions, two oppositely charged ions, what type of force developed between two oppositely charged ions? That force is known as electrostatic forces of attraction. So in ionic crystals the constituent particles are oppositely charged ions which are bound together by electrostatic force of attraction. Then second one is covalent crystal. In covalent crystal or covalent solid, the constituent particles are non-metallic atom. Here the particles are atoms. That means non-metallic atom, mostly carbon, sulfur. So these are non-metallic atoms. And here the binding force between non-metallic atoms are covalent bond. Between non-metallic atoms, covalent bond exists. So in metallic crystal the constituent particles are, that is known as cornel. We will later discuss about what is cornel, and mobile electron, that is your electrons. And the type of force developed between cornel, what is cornel? Cornel is positively charged metal cation, it's known as cornel. So cornel and mobile electron. So you know cornels are positively charged metal atom and here electrons are negatively charged. So the binding force between these cornels and electrons are also electrostatic force, and also this is called as metallic bond. Metallic bond. And in molecular crystal the constituent particles are molecules, and in some extent some noble gas element like neon, argon, krypton, and here the noble gas element form molecular crystal. And in molecular crystal these particles are atoms, but generally in molecular crystal the constituent particles are molecules, and in molecules the type of force developed are known as van der Waals forces of attraction. Van der Waals forces of attraction. So there are four types of crystalline solid. In ionic solid the constituent particles are oppositely charged ions which bind together by electrostatic forces of attraction. In covalent solid the constituent particles are non-metallic atoms, and between non-metallic atoms the type of force or bond is known as covalent bond. Third one is metallic solid. In metallic solid the constituent particles are metal atoms known as cornel, positively charged metal atoms known as cornel, and free electrons, mobile electrons. And the type of force between these cornels and mobile electron is known as also metallic bond, or that type of force is electrostatic force. And fourth one is molecular solid. In molecular solid, the constituent particles are molecules, and the type of force is known as van der Waals forces of attraction. So between these four type of crystal, molecular crystal, in molecular crystal, the type of force that is your van der Waals force is very weak force developed in this type of crystal. So we discuss one by one briefly. So first one is molecular, first one is ionic crystal. So what is ionic crystal? Again I repeat, in ionic crystal the constituent particles are ions, oppositely charged ions, and here the forces between these oppositely charged ions are known as electrostatic forces of attraction. Electrostatic forces of attraction. So these are the crystal where constituent particles are ions, in which electrostatic forces of attractions are developed. So what are the major characteristics of ionic crystal? So we know ionic crystals, for example, you consider like sodium chloride, potassium chloride. Here the constituent particles are Na plus and Cl minus, K plus and Cl minus. Suppose naba ame Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, that is Na plus SO4 2 minus, calcium chloride CaCl2, Ca2 plus Cl2 minus, Cl minus, 2Cl minus. So here the constituent particles are oppositely charged ions which bind together by electrostatic forces of attraction. So in ionic solid, these crystals are very hard. These are very hard and rigid in nature. Hard and rigid in nature. Secondly, they have high melting point and boiling point. The melting point and boiling point are high, and they have high heat of fusion because they have very strong interaction between oppositely charged ions. So it requires more temperature to melt or to boil. So melting point and boiling points are very high. These are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Generally we यदि consider करछे sodium chloride, so हमें जानुछे solid sodium chloride does not conduct electricity, but it conducts electricity in aqueous state or in fused state. केवल तरल अवस्था रे तार liquid state किंबा water ताको dissolve कला पर से जाके conduct करिवो. So it conduct electricity either in aqueous state or in molten state or fused state. So these are bad conductors. These are bad conductors in solid state, but they conduct in liquid or aqueous state. Molten state, aqueous state, it conducts electricity, conducts in liquid, means molten state or in aqueous state. So these are important characteristics of ionic crystals. So you have to remember these characteristics. Then we proceed our second type of crystal, that is covalent solid or covalent crystal. So I have already told that in covalent crystal the constituent particles are non-metallic atoms. Here the constituent particles are non-metallic atoms which bind together by covalent bond. Here the force or the bond is known as covalent bond. The constituent particles are non-metallic atoms which bind together by covalent bond. So, example जदि आमे consider करूचे, that is your graphite, diamond, quartz, like this. These are the examples of covalent solid. Carborundum, another example, that is carborundum. The formula for quartz is silicon dioxide, and here this is silicon carbide. So these are non-metallic atoms, carbon, silicon. So these are non-metallic atoms. So the type of bond is known as covalent bond. Graphite, diamond, quartz, carborundum. Then what are its important characteristics? So these solids have 3D networking structure. These solids have three-dimensional networking structure. Networking structure. 3D network arrangement hela bhaliya रहिथिबो से माने वे टिके बुक फॉलो करिवो तो सेथरे ग्राफाइट और डायमंड को अरेंजमेंट देखैछि से जो 3 डायमेंशनल हमर ग्राफाइट हमें जानछे sp2 टाइप हाइब्रिडाइजेशन and diamond is sp3 type hybridization. So सेथरे arrangement, this is a 3D networking structure in all direction. So characteristics we consider that these are being 3D networking structure. So they have very high melting point and boiling point. They have very high melting point and boiling point. They have high heat of fusion, and these are poor conductors of heat and electricity. These are poor conductors. Poor conductors. So covalent crystals are poor conductors of heat and electricity. But there is an exception, graphite. Graphite. So graphite, that is one of the constituent of graphite is your carbon, but here carbon in the form of graphite is a good conductor. So this is your exception. Due to availability of free electron, mobility of electron in sp2 type hybridization, graphite conduct electricity. But most of the covalent crystals, diamond, carborundum, quartz, so these are poor conductor, bad conductor, except graphite. So covalent crystal, in covalent crystal, the constituent particles are non-metallic atoms which bind together by covalent bond. They have 3D networking structure. They have very high melting point and boiling point. They have a high heat of fusion. Therefore, they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. The third one is metallic crystal. Metallic crystal. In metallic crystal, the constituent particles are positively charged metal atom and electrons. So look, suppose this is your piece of iron crystal, iron metal piece. So here the constituent particle iron Fe2 plus, because metal character electron loss karibar. So jodi iron dita electron loss karuchi, it will convert it to Fe2 plus. So Fe2 plus. So these are metal, positively charged metal atom. So जो दीटा इलेक्ट्रॉन से लॉस करूची से थ्रूआउट द क्रिस्टल मूवमेंट करिवे. सो जितने भी हम मेटल एटम पाइबा समस्त इलेक्ट्रॉन्स माने थ्रूआउट क्रिस्टल मूवमेंट करिवे. सो दीज positively metal atom are known as kernel, and here the kernel is surrounded by free electrons. These are known as sea of electron. Sea of electron. Electron रो समुद्र भितरे metal atoms present होचंदी. Positively charged metal atom present होचंदी. तां चारिपटे बहुत संख्या रे electrons are available. So due to this mobility of this free electron, sea of electron, they are good conductors. We consider metals are very good conductors due to this reason. So example भाବରେ आमे बहुत गुडे मेटल को कंसीडर करि परिबा. So this is your iron metal, copper, silver, gold, mercury, sodium, potassium, like this. So these are metals. Here the constituent particles are kernel with oppositely charged electrons, and they bind together by electrostatic force known as metallic bond. So what are the important characteristics of metal? So you all know about the characteristics of the metal. So metals have, these are hard, solid in nature. So these are hard and solid in nature. Exceptional case, that is your mercury. Mercury is a metal, but this is your in the liquid state. Mercury exists in the liquid state. Then we consider metal characteristic bhitere ame naba. They have bright lustrous property, means shining surface, chick chick kariba. So they have bright lustrous property. These are good conductors, perfectly good conductors. They have malleable and ductile in nature. So what do you mean by malleable? It can drawn into thin sheet. It can beaten into thin sheet. पतला sheet रे ताको बाड़े के convert करि परिबा. And what is ductile? It can drawn into thin wire. ताको wire भाबरे हमें convert करिबा. So these are malleability nature and ductility nature. Then these are perfectly good conductor, lustrous property, hard and solid in nature, malleability and ductility nature. These are, we consider that metals are insoluble in water. So these are your characteristics of metallic solid. They have moderate heat of fusion, they have high melting point and boiling point. So they require more temperature to melt and boil. So these are important characteristics of metallic solid. Then fourth one is molecular solid. Molecular solid. Here the constituent particles are molecules. Molecular solid. So the constituent particles are molecules, and in some extent the constituent particle may be noble gas element, inert gas element. They do not have any tendency to form molecule with each other. Means like your argon, krypton, xenon. So these are also form molecular type solid. So in molecular solid, the type of force is known as van der Waals forces of attraction. Here the forces of attraction is known as van der Waals force. The constituent particles are molecules, and the forces of attraction is known as van der Waals forces. So we have three different type of molecular solid depending upon their types of force. So van der Waals force हमको कितने टाइप रे मिलुछि ता ऊपर डिपेंड करिकि हमको molecular solid क्लासिफाई करिया पड़छि three types. So one is your polar molecular solid, second one non-polar molecular solid, and third one hydrogen bonded molecular solid. polar molecular solid, non-polar molecular solid. Third one, hydrogen bonded molecular solid. In polar molecular solids, the type of force is known as dipole-dipole interactions. Dipole-dipole interactions. Here the force is known as dipole-dipole interactions. And in non-polar molecular solid, the nature of force or the type of force here is known as dispersion force. Dispersion force. Or this is according to scientist London. This is also known as Fritz-London. So this force is known as dispersion force or London force of attraction. In hydrogen bonded molecular solid, the type of force is known as hydrogen bonding. Here hydrogen bonding takes between the molecular solid. So three different type of molecular solids are there. That is polar molecular solid. Here the force is known as a dipole-dipole interaction, and in non-polar molecular solid, the force is known as a dispersion or London force. And third one is hydrogen bonded molecular solid, and here the force is known as hydrogen bonding. So first one, molecular solid, polar molecular solid. So polar molecular solid, for example, you consider dry ice. That is your solid carbon dioxide. This is a polar molecular solid. So here carbon and oxygen, there is carbon and oxygen. So between carbon and oxygen is more electronegative. So there exists some negative charge and carbon have some positive charge. So this molecule is dipole. If it attract another carbon dioxide molecule, so the force is known as dipole-dipole interaction. So solid. So this force, van der Waals force, overall these forces are very weak forces of interaction. So here positive negative ভিতরে যদি attraction রহিব তো তাকু আমি না দউছে dipole-dipole interaction. So these forces are very weak force. So generally molecular solids are ordinarily these solids are gases or liquids at room temperature. Room temperature रे से माने normally solid अवस्था रहिबेनी, से माने normally gas और liquid अवस्था रे ही रहिबे. So second one is your non-polar molecular solid. So non-polar molecular solid, for example, हमें similar atoms combine है कि molecule जदि करथिबे न ताको हमें consider करे non-polar. Like your iodine as solid, hydrogen as solid, nitrogen as solid. This is your oxygen as solid oxygen, solidified oxygen. So normally iodine exists in the solid state. So if here iodine भितर जदि bonding हे गला molecules formation कले, so ताको हमें ना दोचे non-polar because these are two similar atoms. There is no positive or no negative charge is developed. So this force is very weak, which is developed by scientist London. So according to London, so that is known as London force of attraction. That is your non-polar molecular solid. Then third one is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. So hydrogen bonded like your ice, H2O solid, HF solid. So between H2O ice there is hydrogen bonding, availability of hydrogen bonding. So here H2O hydrogen bonding available है due to this reason. से जगह रे हमरा hydrogen bonding possible होची between highly electronegative oxygen and less electronegative hydrogen भितरे formation होची hydrogen bond जाबरे आइस हमर exist करूची solid form रे. So ताको हमें कहले hydrogen bonding molecular solid जो भितरे के रहला hydrogen bonding. So the complete molecular solid, non-polar molecular solid, hydrogen bonding molecular solid. So okay students, listen carefully the video and write the notes immediately after listening the video. Thank you.